In a quiet little town in Belgium, the epic battle for honor and glory is about to unfold. Zemst is once again the heart of Europe's biggest curling league. With 29 teams from 8 mighty nations, the competition is heating up on the coldest surface known to man. The stage is set for a historical new chapter. Watch the epic unfolding of the new season. Will the reigning champion dominate the series? Or will N19 rise up and revive old glory? Are the Tigers the dangerous outsiders? Or could it be the desperate housekeepers? We welcome hard sweeping power from the east, dazzling charm from the north, strategic battle plans from the south, and nerves of steel from the west. We're gonna see devastating duck duels and rock-solid wisdom from Stone Good. We may not have Canada's heroic Homan, Matt's badass Stars and Stripes, or a Swedish Viking princess like Anna. But our league forges its own legends. Meet the magician, Peekaboo Caro, the little general, Gatling Gun Tom, the GOAT, Mustache Man, and don't forget the Walter. We'll express our uncensored opinion. Celebrate only the very best of shots, and seduce you with our sweet voices. Because that is what we do. We simply love curling, and we are devoted to bring this exciting, roaring game out into the world.
What a play!
Good afternoon, curling fans. Welcome into another Saturday of curling here on Curdia TV. We've got a doubleheader today. We've got League A matches. Team Rees against Viry-Châtillon.
Yeah, what's with the predictions already on top of the screen?
Oh,
or?
those aren't correct. Those were just testing. Sorry.
No spoilers, of course.
No spoilers. Just forgot to take that stuff down when I was moving things around. But you know, we've got, you saw it, we've got Team Rees playing against Team Viry, Team Équipe Venot, but also Viry-Châtillon. That's this club that they represent, and we always don't know which one to use, so I use them both.
Yeah, I think they signed up, their official team name is Viry-Châtillon, so we kind of use the name they choose, they fill into the papers. If this is their kind of preferred, prioritized name, then who are we to pick a random new name? But yeah, last season they were Team Vergniaud because they were playing as a men's team, Team Vergniaud, and then Celine was playing with the women's team, Viry 2. But now they have merged. They have done the Megamorphin time, and then they're back as one solid team here.
Yep. So, like we said, we got the doubleheader. Both of these teams have already played matches today. Team Rees played against
the Rangers.
Things did not quite go so well for Team Rees. The Rangers kind of putting on a display. It was a 13-6, I think, was the final score. So a little slow start. I was talking with Owen. He said they were down by 10 after 3 ends. They managed to get a little bit of a comeback, but had to play a little more aggressive, and allowed the Rangers to kind of pull away with it. Team Viry, how did they do this morning?
They tied against the Rangers, so I think that's kind of a strong way to enter into the league. So I don't know the exact score. I think it was 6-6, something like that. But Viry, they have the 0 off the table. They scored their first point, and now they are going for potentially their next 2 points. And for the Rangers, yeah, 1 loss, 1 tie so far. So if they want to kind of have a go at winning this championship, and that was the goal set by Leon, so that's the bar they measure for, then they really need to win the next couple of games because they have 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie.
Yep. So they are leading the table 7 points, but do we want to pop over to the table?
Yes,
we
let's
can pop over to the table.
So you can see that yesterday, Desperate Housekeepers, they were top of the league, but with the tie from the Rangers, they jumped to the top of the league right now. So Team Verreken only 4th so far. Don't know if they they only played they only played 2 matches, but I expect them to kind of bump up a couple.
Well, no, they've played 3 matches.
They played 3 matches.
Because remember, they lost one. They lost to those Rangers, so that makes things a bit.
They lost to those darn Rangers from from the east.
Yeah,
Interesting stuff here in the league. I think, is it too soon to kind of predict a little bit of a split up between the top half and the bottom half of League A? That's also the result of teams not playing that many matches. I think Rees just played one. Viry just played one, but who knows? I think Viry can kind of join the top half of the table with a couple of wins this weekend.
Yeah, and they certainly put their their name in the hat with that draw against the Rangers. Rangers not an easy team to take points from. So, they're kind of saying, "Hey, we're here too. Don't forget about us." So we'll see a bit more after this match. They've also got 2 more matches tomorrow. So I think it's a little too early today to say anything to like really kind of get a picture, but I think tomorrow we'll definitely have a lot more. So
yeah, and one team that is kind of in a worrying position. The table is not entirely correct. It says 3 losses, but in fact, after yesterday, they have 4 losses. It's N19. 4 losses in 4 games. So they really, really need to kind of step up their game if they want to have an extended League A presence here. It's one of their tradition teams in Belgium. Former national team. They used to be kind of the Classico N19 against Viry-Châtillon to decide who's the best team in Belgium. But N19 is a seniors team right now, or they have some senior players, but they will fight back. I'm pretty sure they will, and it's going to be kind of a good game. They still have to play Rees, Viry, Köln, so they have an option here to come back and reserve their spots.
Yeah, so you can see that it's still too early to tell. Too many teams left out there, but it is surprising to see Campina with four matches and 0 points. That's definitely going to be. They're not out of it yet. They've got 3 more matches. They can turn things around. They can score enough points. I think 6. If they're able to win out, 6 points might be enough to stay. Should be enough to stay, but they're still going to certainly need some help, I think, along the way.
Yeah, the good thing is they play against their direct competitors, so each win kind of adds up to the bonus of that kind of face-to-face. If they win against Rees, then all of a sudden, if they tie in points, they get the tiebreaker of that head-to-head. So that's the kind of thing they have to go for. But it's going to be do-or-die matches, a kind of money time for them for the next couple of matches. But interesting league, and let's talk about like the teams. You want to kind of introduce for the people who don't know Viry-Châtillon out there, or did you want to talk about Rees?
Team Rees.
Yeah, let's talk about Team Rees.
So Owen and the boys, they join us over from England, the South England Curling Club. Owen is their president, and they actually host a tournament over here in Zemst every year, the last couple of years since they lost their ice in England. They've been a member of the league for a couple of years, and they always put up a strong fight. Newly promoted to A division this season, and they are looking to stay there. So this is going to be the challenge. It's like once you're promoted, the first step is let's see if we can stay there. Then the next step is let's see how high up the table we can finish. So starting out with a loss this morning, probably not the way they wanted to start this round, but they still have 6 matches left to score points. But this is going to be, I think, an important one against Viry, a tough Viry team. I was talking with Owen this morning about how they played, and he just said they were just struggling with getting used to the ice. They were here about a month ago. They've done some changes they've sanded the stones. They've changed the ice a little bit, so there was a lot more curl today. And, they were really kind of, it took them a bit to figure it out. They were also playing on the difficult C sheet, which is known for having its idiosyncrasies, how we'll say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think that's the big difference for comparing to Viry. Viry has been playing for a couple of seasons here in Belgium in League A, so they know all of the teams in League A, but that's not the case for Rees. They join as a newcomer, and Owen said, well, that's also kind of a nice thing. We get to play a whole lot of new teams, even Köln. That's a team they never played before because they started out when there was kind of a split B in the group with Jakob Juk and Takeout Tigers. Takeout Tigers won that group and promoted to A, so then they moved on to the merged B. Then they got to play against a couple of new teams like Tilburg and the Luxembourg men. They were able to promote together with Köln. Now they join A, and they have a whole set of new teams like the Rangers, like Viry, all of the new teams they haven't played before. So for them, it's also kind of seeing how that will go. For Viry, on the contrary, Viry knows how Team Viry-Châtillon plays. They know how to play against Takeout Tigers, but Rees is a new team for Viry, and that's going to be interesting. I think this is maybe the first time these two teams have faced each other in the league, or maybe in curling. I don't know the kind of full history of the both teams, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first face-off.
I'm fairly certain it's the first face-off here in Zemst
and
between
Belgium
these
for
two
sure,
teams.
yeah.
Yeah, so
maybe on
we have
fields.
England against France on neutral turf here in Belgium.
Yeah.
You know, where have we heard that before?
Waterloo is not that far from here, right? But that's I mean, we have Napoleon as their kind of mascot in the trailer, so there's kind of a hint to maybe this game. Who knows?
Maybe. All right, so that I can see they've just finished their warm-up, so that means it's prediction time. And as you can see from the scores above our head, above my head especially, mine is bigger, so that means I'm smarter, I'm the better prognosticator. You know, Pim and I both picked last night. We both picked correctly. We picked the same team. Bram, unfortunately, did not. But he is not with us today. He'll be playing later tonight, so we'll have him on cast, but not in the broadcast booth with us. But as Pim, you are the last one I was the last one to make a correct pick. You get to start off with your prediction.
Yeah, I am going with my French friends, and that's a tongue twister. I'm going with Viry-Châtillon. They are the established team. They are a strong team. I think their skip Stéphane. I think he's a very, very good skip, both on throwing and on shot calling. And also their team, they won the Viry-Châtillon Cup last year in April. That's the tournament in their home base. They have a new cup coming up next year, so sign up for that. But I'm going with Stéphane. Also, Céline back into the team.
Yep.
And that's going to be a strong setup. Nothing against Team Rees, of course, but they're the newcomer. And yeah, the newcomers, they have to prove themselves. And they had 10 points in the gutter after 3 ends. So who knows? But yeah, they can always surprise us, John. Do you think they will?
No. I like Owen and the boys, but yeah, you know, after talking with them this morning about their match against Rangers and seeing how Viry played against Rangers, I am going to go with Viry as well. It feels like a cop-out. I always hate picking the same thing you do, but you know what? This one just feels right, and so that's what we're going with.
Yeah, I think the Rangers are the kind of the neutral measurement here. Both teams played against the Rangers. One team tied, the other team lost. So kind of that works as a way to compare. But then every game has to be played, and we've seen big surprises here in Belgium. But I think we can hop onto the ice, where you can see we are in the first couple of stones, where Céline is about to throw her second stone of the game, facing a setup from Team Rees. And for people watching there, I hope both teams were able to rally their fan base. Welcome to Curdia TV. We are streaming on YouTube, but we are also very open to chat interactions. We have chat open here. You can see a couple of people already joined. Hi Dan Ice Cold, the little general from Team Belgium. They wrapped up their European B divisions. Very strong round robin, and they were this close from beating Denmark again. They did last year, and I watched the video of the last stone. They were all set up to steal, but then Denmark were able to come around. Very strong,
Kevin joining us as well. Good afternoon, good evening.
Hi Kevin, how are you feeling? There are rumors here. Little Bird kind of told me you don't feel that great, or is that just a way to mess around with the Rangers and try and let them underestimate the housekeepers? I don't hear any skip.
I just unmuted him, so it's possible that Stéphane is not a loud talker. The truth hurts, I'm ill. Oh, sorry to hear that. Not going to be playing tonight. Sure, housekeepers will miss you. We get the hit, we get the rollover. Nice split house here for Viry.
Too bad he's not playing, because I was looking forward to rewatching those shiny, fancy new curling shoes of Kevin.
Trying to curl this one over. It's going to get there. Will it roll out? Yes, just slides out of the house. We hear Owen a little bit. If we don't hear anything from Stefan, I'll go out and check his microphone in the intermission.
It's starting to become a habit. Like, did we accidentally mute him again, or is it just a quiet skip?
Some skips just don't talk.
So I feel like he might be muted, but John will check in a moment. Maybe he doesn't talk, but he sure does sweep.
Oh, we love the skip sweeping. We need to get an emoji for that. Figure something out there. All right, gets this one into the house. Kind of high. It's going to be a hit and roll chance here for Team Rees. Use that guard and then go after that opening, that open redstone over on the side of the house.
I'm thinking of a good spot to place my bottle of water because I had some accidents in a couple of evenings before.
Oh, unfortunately, this one flashes wide. Doesn't get the space that they'd like. I'll also turn Owen up a little bit. Seemed a little bit on the light side. This one looking all right. They're calling it though. Oh, that's going to come over and chip off that guard. Just a little bit tight. And that creates actually not a bad result for them. Puts the guard over their own.
I kind of expect Andres and Frank to join in the stream. I mean, Takeout Tigers is playing Viry and Team Rees tomorrow, so it's kind of a mandatory scouting session for the team.
Absolutely, we'll have to give them a hard time if they don't show up.
No.
Yep. Yeah, line. Hard line.
To hold the line.
Ah.
This one's going to
Approach.
well.
Good save.
Yeah, gets a little tick
Looking
and
really
gets
good,
the
and
results.
Just before the hog line, just moved a bit.
Yeah, we're seeing, trying to find the right lines, what's moving, what's not. A little fortunate kiss there to get that one out of the house. As you can hear in the background, we've got 3 matches going on tonight, or this afternoon.
Tonight.
Well, it's 5 p.m. I mean, is that...
And winter time is probably getting dark outside,
It's definitely dark.
I'll allow it. I will allow it.
This one cruises behind, goes deep, but does get into the house, so stays in the house.
Same speed as practice.
Could become an issue for Team Rees, if not. But over on sheet A, we have the Luxembourg ladies, the Hele Vrouwen.
Oh, yeah.
The golden ladies, not the golden girls.
Not the golden ladies, but the golden lady.
Golden
It's
Right
a single.
behind on the
It's
right
one
side.
golden lady. It's apparently.
Oh, okay.
Same speed as practice.
It's a reference to a statue.
Oh, all right.
Hasn't sped up
And
or
they're
anything.
playing Sweep Child of Mine,
So
a League C matchup.
Yes.
And-
Sweet Child of Mine winning this morning against the Romanian team, Biliglan. Biliglan was unbeaten. They had a perfect track record so far, but first loss for the Romanians.
Oh,
against,
interesting result there. Yeah, the Romanian team has looked really strong. So, and over on sheet C, it's Yuk up against the Luxembourg men. So that is a League B match. We'll keep up to date on those two as well, or that match as well. This one coming in, wanting to get this one deep, get it behind the guards. Little bit, half covered, half covered. What's going to bring that guard into play? They've got that redstone there back as a jam potentially, so I think we're going to see nice hit here from Stefan. And, we were watching the European gold medal match here in the canteen just before. Big congratulations to Germany for their victory over Scotland.
Yeah, that's a historical victory, and the Rangers were sitting here in the canteen, like watching the game, rooting for their fellow members.
Yep.
They are now doing the ceremony, holding up the famous Le Gruyere cheeses. That's the
giant block of cheese, wedge of cheese.
Yeah.
I think it would be funnier if they were each given a wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
This one curling over, and that's going to hit nicely on it. Oh, Jeremy playing a little bit of defense there, but Owen able to sweep that out.
So maybe, do we need a little bit less ice? Do I have lots of room? So give me a smidge less and I'll throw us in. Yeah.
So Owen attempting to throw the same stone again, going to want to get a little bit less ice, take a little bit less ice to try to get it buried.
Just taking a tiny bit less ice to try and tuck it in.
As you can see here in the background, we've got a time clock in the Belgian League, the A division. So just like they do at the Euros and everything. So teams will have to think, they have a limited amount of thinking time. Oh, Christoph, good to see you, but sorry to hear about your injury. Hopefully you recover quickly and can get back on the ice. This one feels wider than the previous stone. This one's, I think, yeah, going to end up sitting out a little bit wider, a little bit deeper, maybe trying to sweep it back onto the red as backing.
We shot.
Owen asking if they are shot, and well, let's take a look at the overhead. Maybe we can see it. No, wrong overhead. There we go. Yep, yellow is shot, so good result there from Owen, at least to kind of take those other two out of play, potentially in a dangerous place for Stefan to go at. So we're going to see what his option is. Is he going to try to take it out and see if they can score the three, or just kind of draw it in? And there we have the answer. That is a little bit of weight, so going to try to pick this one out. Needs to curl a little bit. There it goes. Yellow jams on the back. How do we have there? Oops. Sorry. I was trying to show the overhead. This one looks better, and I think red was closer. Jeremy kicked it away just as we flipped over to it, so, but I do believe that is one for Viry. Wait till, yep, one is on the scoreboard.
Confirmed, and teams huddle, figure out how to approach the next end. And first end is always kind of figuring out the ice.
Yep, yep.
And learning how the draw weights are, how the ice curls, that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of knowledge you build up in the first end. Don't get too much damage and then work your way next.
Yeah, I think, you know, and Owen, you know, it wasn't the shot that he was trying to throw, but I think it worked out really well for them. Puts, you know, took away those two scorers, put them in a jam spot. So Celine will be starting things off for Viry here in the second end as they lead it 1-0. Very likely the classic center guard. Oh, Christoph's been on the couch for 2 weeks. Yeah, rib injuries are tough. There's not much you can really do other than just not do anything.
Stop breathing.
Yeah.
Because it hurts.
All right, a little bit deep, comes down onto the button, so... Oh, I forgot to go check. I'm going to go check the
Got it.
microphone quickly.
All right.
Thinking about it.
Steve, new to the team. He is also apparently the reason why they switched colors. Team Rees used to play in pink jerseys. Owen was really a fan of the color, but now they have even more flashier jerseys with the blue. This one is a bit heavy, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Just slide through. Stefan doing some gentle sweeps, but I think it would have found its way to the bumper.
Mine all right? You can't stop the clock, yeah. Do you know who takes the photographs for the Belgian curling one?
Celine put up a center guard for that shot stone. He was way too wide. Something might have went wrong. That's not a habit of Celine, leaving stones short like this. Attempt here for Team Rees to put up corner guards. As Stefan is double checking, like the running band of the stone, probably some a piece of dirt got underneath. That's the reason the stone breaks.
Did those pick?
Again, a bit heavy, and Stefan sweeping out that stone. As John is rejoining me here at the booth.
All right, I'm back.
Was it a case of a muted mic?
Yes.
For some reason, I think when we attach the mics, it's a kind of a flip toggle on top of the little units, and they're easily flipped on the mute position. This looks like a very, very nice guard. A nod of approval here from the skip.
Yep, really like that one.
Good setup here for Team Viry.
Like taking that off? Or do you want to draw to it? Let's try the draw, and if we tick it, we'll play it tight.
I see Don's comment, and so am I. Now I'm wondering, what did you guys say about me while I was gone?
Very yeah. He's probably making a comment because you were sitting down on the bumper.
Yeah.
Because of the long walk, and then you were out of breath.
I wanted to stay out of the camera lines and out of everyone's way, so I just sat down.
Yeah.
Looks like it needs it, guys.
Trying to bring this one down. Owen jumping in to help out. This looks really nice. Just a little bit, I actually kind of over curled. I wanted this a little bit of an angle, but it's really hard to be so picky.
Ça. Et si tu viens là, ça va aussi. Joue 3, 2, 3.
So everybody gets to practice their French. If anybody speaks French in chat and wants to translate for me, that would be greatly appreciated. As I do not speak French. Stefan wanting to get in on the skip sweeping, jumping out there to really help out Jeremy.
It helped. It really did.
Yeah, that's a good number. Still have a bit of an access to it, but yeah, looking at...
Control. Roll the shooter off.
All right, gonna look for opening things up. They want to make sure the shooter rolls out.
This has some weight on it.
Yep.
Jamie waving his hand above his head.
I think we're nosing. Gotta roll that yellow off. Okay, good, Steve.
Yellow rolled off, both of them good out of there. Opens things up, still leaves that red one of those reds sitting there as a guard, so. Coming in a little bit hot. I think that's going to be deep.
Definitely too deep for a guard. So then the question is there a plan B? Can they maybe get behind it, make it a kind of a nice second shot stone?
I think that is second shot there.
Yeah, and it kind of leaves kind of an option for Rees to, I would say, withdraw it, but that makes more sense to
yeah, nose this one.
The red stones here. And, now Jeff says, je parle un petit peu de français, mais n'est pas très bien. So, would you be able to understand what your brother's saying here?
Yes, that I do understand.
Yeah! Hurry, Steve! Hard! Really hard, really hard, really hard!
Owen really just calling for the line, hoping these guys hold it. But gonna over curl.
Okay, good try.
And immediately called the line there, so it was clear Owen was worried about the line. We're not able to keep the stone straight. And I guess a second attempt here for Jeremy to put up a guard.
Shoop!
Shoop, that's sweep.
Whoa, whoa.
And that means stop.
Yeah, whoa, whoa.
Now once it off. Bring this down, it's gonna freeze up against that yellow. Taps it a little bit. Definitely makes things interesting there in the house.
Move this. We hit it from this side, we're gonna lose that one. We have anything this way? Yeah, if we just gotta sneak past that though. Like, still wanna do control. Yeah, I think hack that. Okay, this one.
So nice when the Kips actually say what they want.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have to guess as to what the call was.
Yellow line.
Trying to hit on their own yellow.
Hard line.
Tap something
Really hard
back.
line, guys. Yep. Really hard. Really hard.
Stay on the left side of this red.
Steve, roll that yellow. Roll the yellow.
And picks it out. Very good stone there from Jamie. Gets it all the way out of play. That's great. That's exactly what was asked for. That yellow's kind of sitting in a weird spot. going to cause some problems for Stefan. So for those of you unfamiliar with the thinking time concept, as you can see the clock running in the background, the teams have 30 minutes worth of thinking time. When the stone stops, their thinking time starts, and it doesn't. Their clock doesn't run out or stop until they release or the next stone goes in play. Yeah, that
is not confusing at all.
I didn't just make that worse, did I?
So you were kind of a teacher in your past life?
Yes, I was. Yes, I should teach English professionally. Then you can talk good like I does.
Ah, c'est prendre un risque si on se foire. 1, 3, 3.
Stevie, good to see you. Goeiedag.
Ah, il n'y a pas 4 là.
TV rhymes with Curdia TV, so that's always, I think that's on purpose.
Stevie, I know Stevie from Twitch. He's a friend from the Twitch days. This one, ooh, nice draw in, going for it. Oh, just stays a little bit wide though. Thought that looked good, but just carried deeper than they needed, so. Question is, did they tap? Oops, that's the wrong house. Yeah, so now yellow is second. Actually tapped their own stone away, so.
Want to nose our yellow and take the red back into the others.
Nose hit take out on their yellow stone.
Good option there. Should leave the two stones stacked up against each other.
We don't want to over curl and play off that wide yellow. So if in doubt, hold it.
Really trying to hold this one hard. It's gonna catch that other yellow, just not quite enough.
Oh no.
Picks off their own yellow, doesn't move anything around.
Oh, I got out of the way for the next one.
So they're gonna just not quite enough weight, or maybe not enough ice. Here Owen saying they're gonna add more weight for the next next bit, their next shot. Depending on what Stefan leaves them.
C'est pour ça, limite, est-ce que si... Ouais. Marc, si tire, est-ce qu'on regarde...
So, seems like they're discussing like kind of a draw in and kind of get there on the little bit higher. Let's try that again. Try to get in there on the pin. Can't really get rid of that yellow without risk kind of moving some of their own reds out of the house, so.
The house is sitting pretty good here for Viry.
Coming in, it seems a bit on the heavier side.
Curl enough. Well, it takes away the draw. I mean, you have to look at it from the positive angle.
Actually,
maybe then the sweep wasn't the best thing to do. You don't want to kind of sweep it too deep, so it's easier to draw up against it. But should they have kind of left it alone, kind of let it die in
I feel like, yeah, but you know, they're also looking at maybe I bet their thinking process was if we get it deep, it gets behind and it's harder to take out, but it's going to be an interesting thing.
You don't like to.
Yeah, we want to be listening to Team Rees
So
and
say
not.
wait till we've taken a bit more ice because mine moved.
Now, there's a possibility that could Rees get rid of both of those reds? I don't think it would help them that much. So I think they're just going with a little bit more weight, calling for the sweep, trying to make sure this stay off the yellow. That is going to nose on the red and gets the job done.
Excellent. So there's kind of the point, right? By sweeping it this deep, they were allowed to do this kind of takeout. Now the takeout shooter became the shot stone.
Yeah, left it open, left something for them to aim at, and easier to stick around. Yep. Absolutely. Great stone there from Owen to tie things back up. Viry with a slight mistake there. Bethan, good afternoon for you, because it's only 4:30 there. It's still afternoon.
Oh, true.
How are you and the little one?
Yeah. A lot happened over at the Rees side with a recent marriage and then consuming the marriage.
Consummating
the marriage, yeah.
I don't even know what consuming the marriage would mean. So Steve will be starting things off. The A Steve, then followed up by the Steve.
Yeah, apparently Owen almost qualified for the World Mixed Doubles qualification events. They entered the challenge in the UK.
One coming in, and that's going to be just into the house. I guess a little bit more than just into the house.
Ça. Je vais faire quoi?
We have an update on our other matches in progress. Hele Frauen, oh, maybe I spelled it wrong. There's probably no N then. Scored a 5-house in the first.
Holy macaroni, that's a huge way to start a game.
Yep, and the Luxembourg men also scoring 1 in the first, so both the Luxembourg teams are leading at the moment.
Yeah, the thing is, Sweet Child of Mine is also kind of a new team. They have 7 players on the team roster, so it really depends who they bring on the ice. You can have 7 or 6 completely different teams throughout the first round here. It's hard to compare a game they played before with the game they're playing now and the game they're going to play in the future.
This one also carrying a little bit deep past the T-line.
As you can witness, Bethan Owen can sweep, so remember that if he tries to get himself out of doing household chores. We have evidence that will stay on the internet for about forever. I think that's the first comment you always hear when non-curlers do an initiation here. They remember that this is the sport where we have to sweep, and the jokes are about hitting.
Careful,
probably sweep very good.
Yep.
Which is indeed the case, but that doesn't matter.
Curling over, wanting this one to come over and get in front of that yellow.
We're in, we might as well freeze it.
Now, if it's in, they're going to try to freeze it.
Going to do it almost anyway. Okay.
All right. Not a bad result. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to get both of those out. So looking at like just trying to get a little hit and roll, maybe cover over their own red in the back there.
Wait.
Straight onto the sweep. Didn't even wait for Stefan to tell them, just Jeremy jumped right at it. This one's starting to curl over. Catches the top one, but not enough to push it out of the house, but kind of opens things up, so. Owen looking for another guard, wants something on that center line.
Lots of room.
So this is Steve L, also the Steve, as I like to call him.
We need to get it back towards the middle.
You have
Yeah,
A
yeah, yeah.
Steve.
Push it back. Bring it back, yeah, yeah. Hard, Jamie. Top 12, bring it in. Yeah, yeah, hard as you can, hard as you can. Come on.
And Jamie, bring it in.
No, unfortunately not. This one's wide and
Nice weight.
just a bit wide.
Normal.
So now something for, hit and roll here. Try to get in behind. Get rid of that yellow at the house first. Potentially roll in behind the guards.
Whip. Whoa. Whoa.
Calling him off, trying to get this one to curl over. It does get over the center of the nose, but stays just a little bit exposed, or mostly exposed, I guess. Not quite enough of a rollover. Oh, thank you, Jamie. It's like he knew.
It's like he knew. Sometimes you can just feel it. You can feel the camera burning on
Lots
your
of room.
face.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Looking at the time, how do you feel with, I think, time so far?
Whoa,
Both teams consumed close to 8 minutes
Stay
so
close,
far.
stay close. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Halfway to the third end.
Well, I think they're still okay. We often see a lot of teams end up with more. Oh, this jams on their own. Taps on it, so red now sitting with 2. And that yellow sitting quite exposed, this yellow guard in the middle. But I think they're fine on the thinking time. I think that they're going to probably have to step things up in the second half of the match, but I think for now they're still all right.
Yep. I think especially Team Viry, Team Rees, they have been playing in League A with the clock, so
Ouais,
they
viens là.
are experienced.
To put something high in the house over those 2 reds on the back. Could be dangerous because it could leave a hit and roll here for Team Rees.
I feel
Was
like
he
that's
calling
an-
them off, or
Oh,
was he
was
telling?
saying we, so yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So this one, curling over a bit too much. Gonna tap that yellow. A little bit light, but does end up guarding over where they wanted it. So,
Comes to this with hack.
but yeah, still not quite enough over that far right one. So they're gonna just kind of hack weight, come
With hack.
inside, try to come around, and then roll off into the middle.
Yep.
Straight for the sweep here.
Whoa, whoa,
Nope, not
whoa.
calling him off. This is a line they haven't used yet, so is it going to have
Yep, curl, 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 hard.
enough curl on it? Nope, this one's going to stay outside.
Okay.
We'll get rid of one, but not the roll into the inside that they wanted.
Tu veux venir là ou là directement?
Stefan trying to decide which side do they come from. Going to be looking at getting in behind the guards. off the hand, call for the sweep. Wanted to make sure this gets around their red. It's just going to catch it again, so shooter is going to slide out to the outside. A little Swedish curl there, but not enough to get it into the house.
Do you want the same weight or do you want control? I like that.
Owen giving Jamie the option of what speed he wants to throw. They're going to try to get his other red out of the house, hopefully roll the shooter underneath these guards.
Hold on, whoa, whoa!
A little bit more weight.
Never, no, whoa.
This one just not going to get the curl over to the inside that they need, but does get it, and that's the job number one of any kind of takeout, is get rid of this target stone.
Definitely.
Shooter rolls over behind everything, so there's still a bunch of room out there to work with. What is Stefan looking at here?
Tu viens sur celle-là, même si tu la pousses un peu, tu joues à 6-7. 7. Non, à 7.
Questioning if he can get there. I think he called 7. I don't know if 7 is for them T line as well. If so, but I would guess some kind of back weights, take out and roll to the center. That would be my guess.
Now this weight, it feels like it's a draw weight, so probably their 7 is T line.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie's saying this reminds you of polishing optics. How does this remind you of polishing optics? This one not getting that curl over to the outside and is going to be just deep. Oh, but that looks like it is shot.
It might be, yeah. They're kind of standing in a way, but I would think so. I would think so.
They're looking at it, so it's obviously close.
Yeah, I don't think we're on. That's why I'm trying to tap it. I'm on this side.
All right, Owen's saying let's leave it alone. Let's try to curl in there. Ah, because you create a smoother surface. Ah, I see, yeah. Well, technically, with the sweeping, it's not what we're doing. You're actually just warming it up, and so you're warming up the ice so it melts more when the stone crosses over it and keeps it going, but then it freezes them almost immediately, so.
Yeah, and technically, if you sweep for curl, kind of sweep to make it curl more, then you are kind of scratching the ice in the direction of the curl. To make it curl, so then that would mean you're not smoothing the ice. You're actually scratching it a bit.
But over time, the ice does smooth out. You do wear away the pebble, and it does become smoother and therefore slower.
That's true.
So, I guess you're right.
Lots of room.
For varying degrees of right.
Needs to curl.
Oh, this one's quite wide. Need to get this one to curl over to the center line. But it is still on molecular level, yes. Yeah. This one not going to get behind those guards.
Couldn't quite bury that one. Sweepers were on it. They felt it was on the slow side, but just not enough to really find that guard protection there. But yeah, awkward fist bump anyway.
Oh.
Comme ça.
We have our answer with Steve A. He is a man, not a myth. His last name is a man.
Oh.
Or probably Aman, but it ruins the joke if I say it like that.
Yeah. Somebody is eating fries here at the canteen. It smells like fries in the air.
I know. They always do that to us, and
Yeah.
I've now realized we've forgotten our dinner, to order our dinner.
Plenty of time till the next stream starts. Next stream starts at 8:30, if I'm correct. It's now
540. This one going to get rid of that yellow and kind of sits out there, kind of takes away that draw to the button.
If we want to be here, obviously, but if we end up in this path, there's that chance. Although they've got the tap. Okay. So what do you want, a tenth more on the weight? Because we've got to get round a bit more here. And we probably, because that red one, we don't want to tap that red. So something like that. Because we just need to be here, we don't have to be here.
Owen and Jamie discussing like, hey, where do we need to get to? What's the stone? They don't have the hammer, so they're trying to put this one away where the team, where Viry cannot do anything with it.
We want to get behind that red. We don't want to go anywhere near that red. But I think even if we're wide, they have a hard time playing it because it might jam on the shot stone, and they're only line 1 at the moment. So, do you want a tenth more? 2 tenths more. And I guess, remember, back 8 is probably just as good as front 8. So.
Yeah, they want to make sure this one gets there, discussing the weight, giving a little bit more speed.
70? Yeah, sweep it like a machine. Yeah.
Sweepers trying to make sure this one gets down there. Gotta make sure it gets around that red one. This one looks okay, leaving it alone now. Oh, it's a little bit heavy now, and it's not going to catch anything. So, unfortunately, goes through the house, leaves Viry with an opportunity to draw for 2.
Something you like as a fort, just kind of throw it through the house. Opportunity here indeed for Viry.
They're looking at potential. Yeah, they're going to draw this out
Just a matter
towards here. Oops, sorry, wrong color. They're going to draw that out there, try to tap that. Yeah, if they tap that red a little bit further away or yellow further away, maybe that red at the top of the house scores them a 3rd one. So, and even a potential if it chips in on that one, that could go in deeper into the house as well.
Yep.
So lots of options coming around this way. I like this call.
Mais ça serait bien, on essaie de faire 3. Et un mix, 7, 8, 9, plutôt fin de maison.
Here we go, Hammerstone here in the 3rd end. Viry lying 1, trying to score 2 or more. Sweeper staying off of it.
Feels like it's catching that guard, and then the question is how much weight is there?
Last moment call, is there enough? Does not catch it solid enough, so just the 1, but they're looking at it.
An opportunity missed to score 2 basically, and then as soon as you noticed it's probably not going to curl enough. Was it an idea to kind of switch over to the tap back to kind of find a better angle? But yeah, it's always hard. You always kind of hope for it to curl just enough, basically.
All right, so they went with 1 there. So Viry scoring 1 with their hammer. Not a lot of hammer efficiency right now.
No.
Both teams struggling to find that that 2nd point.
And a lifeline here for Team Rees.
Stevie asking how heavy are the stones? They are 44 pounds or 19 and something kilos.
Yep.
Roughly almost 20 kilos. As we always tell people when they have initiations, that don't bother picking them up because you will drop it.
Yeah, you're not allowed. There is 1 stone here at the canteen because everybody still wants to try it. There's a handle, so you really want to pick 1 up, and then we have a burner stone in here for that purpose.
Celine starting things off here. And end number 4 is Viry-Châtillon leads Team Rees 2-1. So far, both teams still feeling out the ice, trying to get the stones to go where they needed to. Sweeping this one all the way down into the house. into the 4-foot and on the tee line.
Corner guard.
For a corner guard here.
Oh, yep. So the classic opening, for those of you who don't know, is to put a stone in front of the house in the center line, and then the follow-up team generally puts something off to one of the sides, and that's called the corner guard. Some teams play a little bit different strategy. They'll go straight into the house. But the idea is if you want to build up and you want to score points, you need stones in front of the house first. This one feels heavy. Going to carry into the house as well. Not necessarily the worst thing, but if it's in the house, the other team can start to take things out right away. This one actually carrying through and stays biting on the back, so that could come into play later. You see those little ones nibbling the house like that, they still count.
Yeah.
And
you tend to forget about them. You tend to tumble over them if you kind of walk backwards, but then all of a sudden in the end they pop up again. Find their way on the scoreboards.
They're in a dangerous position, not only physically, but for the scoring, because it's not something you're going to go after. You're not going to want to waste a stone taking it out. But I've seen those stones count more times than you think it would.
Yeah, or they serve as a jammer, trying to do a takeout, and all of a sudden the angle is slightly imperfect, and the stone jams against those annoying stones biting at the back of the house.
Sweepers get this one into the house. Still leaves that other one exposed back there.
Yeah, the thing with the corner guard strategy is it kind of assumes that you are good at executing and then also clearing the build-up of your opponent, because you're kind of allowing your opponents to build up on the center line without any pressure. Sometimes that could be a thing that can haunt you.
This one staying out wide. It started to curl, but it seems like it just kind of sat out there this last bit once across the hog line. Weight was really good, but the line just kind of stayed out there. Stefan saying, nope, let's get rid of it. I don't like it. And so just going to try to knock it out. Back over to the edge of the house.
Going for line here. One sweeper.
Careful this doesn't catch their own.
Oh, nice.
It just is there.
Excellent sweeping here from Jeremy.
Absolutely a sweeper stone there.
Yeah.
Stevie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Try this one.
Giving us a follow over on Instagram.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Instagram is kind of where you can see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, the kind of informal things sometimes, or just kind of funny stuff. And of course, all of the shot of the matches are posted on there as well. Announcements for new games. I think that's definitely a huge recommendation.
Needs to move a long way.
So needing the curl. Jamie trying to help it over. Feels wide though, and I think that's going to stay out there.
Stay for effort, guys. Stay for effort.
Unfortunate miss there. Didn't really have a lot of weight behind it, so kind of curious what their intention was with it, just to hack weights. But
that's like the question. If you struggle a bit with takeouts, and we've seen it a couple of times here from the second of Team Rees, is going for a corner guard setup a tricky strategy.
Very much so. Yeah, you have to be able to execute, and you have to be confident in your execution. Rolling this one over. This one's going to settle down nicely.
So all of a sudden, you're halfway the end, and you're kind of looking at a house that looks like this. And even if your opponent is not doing the perfect setup with a center guard and a stone on the pin, they have a couple of stones in play, and you need to deal with.
Right on the brim.
I don't know. Do we have any videos or pictures of me setting up the crane on Instagram?
I think we do. There is one in the stories from the Austrian Curling Open. You can kind of rewatch those stories, and then there's one in there.
All right. Gets rid of that shot, moves that the other red one out of the way, so yellow sitting out in the open, but getting things loosened up there in the middle. Looking at the poll, very interesting setup right now. It's 46% for Viry, 46% for Team Rees, and 8%. I think it's going to end in a tie.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, a tie is still in there if you watch the scoreboard. Just once kind of switched, like each team scores one on their hammer. If that story continues all the way to end number 8, then we will have a 4-4 tie, and then the person that voted on that, or the 2 persons that voted on that, will win lots and lots of fake money.
Internet cred.
Yeah.
This one out wide. It is going to crash on their own.
Oh, but the nose hit doesn't really change the situation that much.
No, but obviously not what you want. So this is going to give a pocket for.
Like hitting this and trying to roll on top.
Or doing that, hitting it, rolling back over, using one of those reds as backing. So. So speaking of the poll, if you have not voted yet, get your votes in. We want to see who you're supporting.
Do we have a deadline on the poll? Like, do they close after X amount of ends, or?
We probably should, but I've never thought about that.
Like halfway.
Let's see. After this end, we'll close the poll. All right. So over curls, gets on the nose. So yellow staying out there. Still sitting 2 shots, but they are out in the open. Calling for the sweep. All right, thanks, Stevie. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. All right, this one takes out the yellow, but not quite getting both. So again, both teams kind of struggling, just over curling a little bit.
We can do it. Just leave that open. Okay, top 4.
Right, opting to leave that red one there, leave the yellow exposed.
They can draw around. Let's get there first.
The battle for the pin.
There's Tur. Good evening, Tur. Or should I say fake Christine?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how?
It's Tur.
It's Tur, okay.
It's gotta be Tur.
Did we ever had a second appearance of Fake Christine, or was Fake Christine too busy playing the Euros?
She was too busy this week. Yep.
Get off the line. Get off the line.
I love you, Tur, but my love for you is like it disappears when you're not in the room.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Oh, squeezes it around.
But maybe too heavy.
Oh yeah, had to sweep too much to keep it around, and that is going to slide out the back. I'm a little busy right now, Tur, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. Maybe not the best time for this conversation.
So is Team Vreken relaxing in their huge mansion they have there? They have a Lakeview mansion. I don't know who is sponsoring the team, but it's a palace. There is one master bedroom where I think the bed kind of has the view on the lake. If you were a James Bond villain, that's the kind of mansion you would buy, I guess.
Tour wanting a 5-second peel here. Yes, that would be incredible, but I don't think we're going to see that. We are getting some weight behind it. They just want to make sure they get this yellow, and that is going to hit nicely. A little bit off the side, so it is going to roll out of play, but exactly what they wanted to do. Oh, Don saying that the room is for him and Tour. Little romantic week vacation.
The front end gets the best bet, basically.
Unless we get the perfect roll. Right, so then they just run it back. Let's do the draw. Tiny bit more ice. I was giving you that on, so.
Front end bonding, yes, yes. And I'm looking forward to next week, Don, when you and Timo do the commentary for the senior challenge.
I kind of picture it as Tour as the goat, kind of claiming the whole bet, and then the little general cuddling up on the corner like a cute dog. That's how I picture it.
Very nice. We've taken a little bit more ice than Jamie's. So it's quite fast there, yeah?
Right, going to take some more ice, but less weight, wanting to get in behind those guards. In the hands of the sweepers now, they are working these brooms, try to make sure it gets down. Starting to curl, but it's just not enough weight. So maybe when they get on that outside line, it doesn't have enough speed in the line.
Yeah, and Viry-Châtillon, they were gentle on the punishment in the third end, but they won't make that mistake twice, I'm afraid. So it's going to be important here for Team Rees to make use of their hammer here.
Yep. Sitting 3 at the moment. Trying to get a 4th one in there. They'll want this one in front of the tee line to prevent... Actually, I don't even think they want to get it that deep. I think they'll want to be somewhere kind of right up here. So at these other 2 stones count. Just barely biting the house would be ideal.
Yeah, kind of walk away the draw, then it's harder for Team Rees to come down to the pin.
Non, mais 6 derrière les gars.
You definitely don't want to be too deep and leave this kind of hit and stay like they had in the second end.
They like the weight, but apparently they don't like the line, so calling for that sweep, they want to make sure.
Line looks okay, it's all about the weights.
They're getting off of it.
Bury it, get it in and bury it. What a great stone here.
Oh, great one. I love that stone right there, perfectly in front. That is getting 4 stars for me.
Should we come this way so that we can wick off, or no? Yeah.
Yeah, if your fort is able to put stone number 8 this good, then that really pressures Team Rees. And then coming back to the earlier question,
pretty much on the
is the opening with the corner guard strategy, did that lead up to Viry allowing the situation, because they were never kind of able to clear away center guards or claim the pin, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it could be, but I think it's more execution, just not getting the stones where they needed them.
Well, but that's the whole idea. If you start with that strategy, can you kind of assume that you execute, because if you don't, then it's getting tricky. But that goes for every strategy, I guess. There is no strategy that works with not executing.
Exactly.
Aside from luck, but...
All right, Jeff saying OHIO. Ohio State Buckeyes just kicked off against Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's the... What is it? The Thanksgiving?
Nope, that's next week.
That's next week.
This is a big match for there. This one getting over. Is that going to tap that red one back enough?
Do we have an overhead?
Oh, does not get it enough. Good effort, but does not claim the shot. So that is a steal. Oops, let me do this again.
Yeah, big steal here for Viry, and they break the cycle. So now Team Rees is going to have to chase the second half of the game. I don't know if they will take a mini break here.
They are taking a break. I saw Laurent come inside, and now Jeremy and Stefan are heading this way. So they are taking a 5-minute break. Well, they have up to 5 minutes. They don't actually need to take the 5 minutes.
Nope. They are allowed to, which means we are allowed to show our pretty faces again to our audience.
There we are. We can hide the predictions for now. Well, everybody knows what we picked. We picked the same, so.
Yeah, we can close down the poll, and I think if I have a quick peek at the poll, it's 50% Team Rees, 44% Viry-Châtillon, and then 6% people believing that this game won't have a winner. It's going to end up in a tie, but I think coming back to our earlier predictions, we put our money on Viry today, and I think that last stone here from Stefan, the last draw to the pin, kind of shows why I think that can make a difference all the way in the end.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to see. They're gonna have both teams are gonna need to make some adjustments on how their strategies, their lines, like to have a real discussion of, okay, has anybody figured out what's going on with the ice? Because it seems like we've got going down the one end, it's down to the far side. If it gets past the hog line, it's staying a bit straighter. Other side's curling a little bit more. So I think they're going to have to figure out what's going on and adjust their strategies accordingly. Right now, Viry seems to be the one, is leading the match. But I wouldn't say that they're that much farther ahead than Team Rees.
No, and it's just 2 points. I mean, it's 3-1. And we know that Team Rees, they can work on a comeback. They were trailing 10-0 after 3 ends in their previous game against the Rangers, but then they were able to score 6 points basically in 3 ends and kind of come back 10-6. So they have the ability to work themselves in the game, not just by skill, but also by team effort, by motivation. So hopefully they will just come back on the ice and show their true power, their true potential, and their true skill in the second half, and have a very close, tense game, because that's something we always hope for with the stream. It all comes down to the last stone, the last draw, then hope the last person who gets to throw it is able to keep his balance and then and then finish it off in style.
That's right here in the heart. That hurts me. He's referencing a doubles match that we played, and we had the last stone. I had the last stone in my hand for the win, and I stumbled coming out of the hack and missed the shot. So, yes, it hurts.
Yeah, people probably didn't know unless they catch the reference, but now they do know.
Well, I was going to. I've reacted to it, so
yeah.
I kind of feel like I have to tell them why I'm reacting to something that.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I think so far prediction-wise, we are winning with our prediction, and a couple of people in chat not. I think a lot of people are watching this game. I had a quick peek at the numbers, and think also Owen mentioned this. He was rallying up his fans, Betten and the others, to watch the stream. And then, of course, I don't know on the Rees side if there are any people in the Paris region checking in tonight. I think, well, the Euros are done, the final is done, so I think
hopefully,
all of that audience is probably shifting over to the Belgian Curling League right now. They're kind of bombing our stream here.
Yeah, hopefully the curling nerds are getting their fix. The degenerates watching like the Belgian League after the Euros. We're happy to have you here if you are out there.
If you are out there.
It's also a Saturday evening, so it's like sometimes people like to go out, but younger people than me. I mean, I'm usually in bed by now, so.
Yeah, you have the people that go out on Saturday night, and then you have the people that have to pick up the people that go out on Saturday nights. And John is like the second category, staying up late and making sure the kids are safely put to bed at some point.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't count extra people. I see Bethan saying that Bethan's got Lloyd in there. Lloyd's their son, and he doesn't count, unfortunately, one stream unless you have multiple devices open, Bethan. But we're still happy to have you here. Jeff better than John. No tour. Not not at curling, that's for sure.
Or Jeff older than John, because you're twins, and it's always the debate like who's the older twin and who's the
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff is older. He is 10 minutes older. Yep.
who's the original, who's the copy. That's always
He has me in his phone as spare parts.
yes. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
And Jeff is greater. He's watching, so he can acknowledge that fact, of course. And thanks to Jeff, John is kind of wearing very nice clothes. Like at the beginning of the stream, John would just pop up with not his pajamas, but just an average T-shirt.
A nice T-shirt. It was clean.
Yeah, it was good. That's true. But now we are getting more professional. We get people from all over the world tapping into our stream.
Right.
So
it is time to pop out onto the ice.
No more shenanigans. No more messing around with our fans, because the battle is still on the ice.
So Celine leading things off here in the 5th as Viry leads Team Rees 3-1. This one carrying over just off that center guard or center line, but still in a good position. Owen going for the corner guard. They're going for that strategy. Going to try to put something out on the side that they can use. Hopefully they've been able to figure out the ice lines and weights.
We're coming quite wide.
So John, are you and Jeff going to re-enter in the short curl competition this year?
Nice weight.
Very likely. We'll have to see when it is and what kind of other commitments I may or may not have. But ideally, yes, we want to get our title back.
Yeah, last year there was kind of a twin competition. 2 twin brothers facing each other in the finals. Takeout Tiger Andres with spare parts Andres versus Takeout Tiger John with the brother Jeff.
That was Andres has a twin brother.
I think it was.
I thought it was just a brother. I didn't. We'll have to ask. It's been teammates with him for a few years. Don't even know if it's his twin or not. This one trying to get behind, doesn't make it behind the guard, so it sits out in the open. Going for hit and roll here. Take advantage of the mistakes. Oh, there's Andres. See, they're not twins. They are. I didn't think so.
They look like twins.
Well, they look related for sure.
Yeah.
I could tell them apart.
Yeah, hard. Really hard, guys, yep.
But we were able to tease Andres to comment in chat, just so we know he's watching. I mean, Andres' role and responsibility here is to scout both teams and then bring us a full scouting report in the morning. I want it on my desk by 7 a.m. Andres, with croissants and coffee.
Normal.
I'll agree with the croissants and coffee. Sweepers on this one straight away. Wanted to get rid of this yellow. They want a little roll and not too much. This one actually looks pretty good. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yes.
Good call there from the sweeper, from the skip, getting the sweepers on it. Got a little ahead of myself there.
You want to try and get rid of that?
I'm going to guess this person who's coming in cheering for Team Rees is Camille. Maybe the username means Camille's number 1.
Yeah.
Or Camille Snow. Snow one.
Maybe
Either way.
Number 1 is also the half of a twin, and then there's number 2 out there.
Maybe. Welcome in either way.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Trying to hold the line on this one.
Roll the yellow that way, Jamie.
This could be a double.
Run. Gets rid of one. Don't sweep it yet, Owen.
Yeah, he apologized. He was like, yeah, that was just your first gut intuition to jump on that stone and sweep it out.
Yep, but he holds off. Coffee and croissants. Excellent.
So, and we have proof. We have tons of witnesses. So I think that's a good idea to have coffee and croissants before our game. We start off against Team Rees,
Team Rees,
right?
yep. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Team Rees.
Otherwise, if he would have started against Viry, I would butcher my croissant just to annoy the Parisians. It's like breaking spaghetti in two if you have to play against Italian teams.
Trying to get this one to get in behind that yellow, but it's just not going to do it, so sits out.
Ah, c'est dommage. C'est juste lâche.
C'est dommage. I forget what that means, but I've heard that word. Yes.
You heard that? Did you hear that word a lot, Sean? The word disappointing. Tell us something about. Is it something you want to share?
May or may not have heard that word a lot when I played baseball in Brussels with a bunch of French speakers. I also heard a lovely little word beginning with the letter P quite often too.
We'll go the other way.
All right, they were trying to get this over. It's gonna catch it. Don't want it to roll away too far. Stefan helping it out of the house and tried to Swedish curl back in, but did not make it. So, attempt number 2. Oh no, first attempt for Jeremy to get behind the guard. Previous one was from Laurent.
To shoot that one, no, but not that much.
Yeah, this one looks okay. Looks actually a little heavy-ish. I think that one is going to go past the tee line, and Owen is going to try to get this one out. I don't think he's going to have to work very hard. And there it goes.
Just showing off his muscles there.
It's probably cold, wanting to warm up.
Yeah, he told us he was considering taking off his jacket if he got warm enough, but since Owen is still wearing his jacket, I assume that he's fine temperature-wise.
Yep.
Wearing the hat.
Lots of room. Lots of room.
Needing this one to curl. Don't worry about the username, just call me Chris. Oh, okay, Chris.
Plain and simple.
We can only see your username at the time, so. This just a little bit too much ice. Saw that yellow one held it back in there, so. But did not get rid of the red that they were trying to. Viry going again to try to get something behind this yellow guard, proving to be difficult for them in this end.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
This one feels wide. Now they're trying to sweep to make sure it's deep enough. Has to get there. It's going to be okay. Maybe a little extra sweeping will help it curl some more, but nope. Coming up light and stays exposed. But it's high enough that a nose hit would leave it out at second shot, so.
What do you want that? Yeah, we want to get to this. Okay, this then.
Team Rees with the hammer, and if they were able to kind of do a nice takeout on the redstone there, they could set up for a couple of points here.
Kind of a rollover like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This feels wide. Owen thinks the same. He's kind of keeping him off.
I think this is never going to hit, to be honest. I think
nope.
By the body language of the sweepers, everybody was like, nah, it's going nowhere. That's unfortunate. And these kind of little mistakes, even when they get ahead, in the end, they allow Viry to come back and retake the initiative and have Team Rees chasing again, kind of pushing them on the back foot, even when they were the stronger starters of an end.
Yep. So options here for Stefan. Oops.
Ça, ou alors derrière la rouge. Hein. Mais elle joue comme ça, ce sera peut-être plus simple.
Is he making a decision or an adjustment here?
Yeah, I think the broom is going to the other side. So basically they're trying to draw on the pin.
I think this gives them another option that if it's tighter, they can maybe chip that red one over underneath.
Yeah, have some kind of split.
Yep. So more options here if they miss their original shot, or their planned shot. Trying to make sure this one stays around. I think the weight is okay. Keeping him on it. They want to get this one to carry deeper so it gets behind, but unfortunately comes up light. But not what they were intending, but I like that positioning. It does give them... no, there's a pocket double there.
Yeah, there's a...
And there
those
might...
stones are screaming for a double, I'm afraid.
And there might even be... If this goes there... Oops, nope, I wanted the other color. If this goes there, then the red could actually catch over there as well. A possible triple here. Hard to say from this angle, but, you know, that could be something in the works. You see Jamie looking at that.
Try and hit between those two. Try and open it and leave this so we can tap it up. And we maybe catch the other third red one. Okay. Well, I can miss them both by being wide. Try not to do that.
There's plenty of space to hit the double here, even if you're slightly off the route. So that helps to accomplish a good double takeout. Probably you have both the other red stones out.
Yep! 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 Yep!
Look at that.
And that gets two. Just slides under the bottom one, but, you know, gets rid of those two. We like that one.
And now, who is second shot right now? It's red. And third shot is yellow.
Le problème, c'est que
Yep.
si elle vient là, c'est...
I was looking at that to confirm, but yeah. Red is in the full paint. Yellow is sticking out a bit.
And looking at what their options are here, if he hits over on the nose, so if he comes in and gets on that side, yellow is going to move over here, could jam, and that would leave them with the second, and the shooter would go away. So,
I think ideal, you kind of hit and maybe roll a bit behind the yellow guards. That could be a nice one.
that's the ideal, but will it jam on the back? If it does that, that's the only question right now.
Questions we'll know the answer to in 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2. This one's staying a little bit outside on the right. That's going to roll over.
Works. That works.
But, yeah,
I like it very much. It basically kind of claims the whole left part of the house here, takes away options for yellow to score more than 2. So it basically forces Team Rees to draw for 1, to be honest, and then forcing them to draw for 1 in a game where we have a 2-point lead. I think this is a very nice result.
Yeah, yeah. That is the common strategy in curling. Give 1, take 2. So when you don't have the hammer, you want to give up 1, and so that is... They've kind of put a lot of pressure on Team Rees to do it there. I think there's a possibility for them to score 2, but it's very low percentage, so I think they're going just to draw here.
Yeah, and they have to, and it's something you don't really like when you're Team Rees. You know you have to kind of work your way into the game. So, in a normal situation, you have 2 more hammers, and then in first hammer you have to just take 1. And I think they're looking at a situation where they will have to try and steal in the coming ends here. first things first, getting this stone on the pin, or at least in place.
Not going to be on the pin, but it will end up
Nice
as a
here.
shot, so.
Nice weight, well executed. Not the kind of harvest of points they were hoping for, but it's 3-2, so the scoreboard still is not decisive to kind of say that Viry is out of the woods. And
no, it's still a tight match, and you know they're trying to see how many ones we have in the number buckets there. So far, we know there's at least 5 in that bucket. Oh, Steve Amon will be starting things off for Team Rees here in the 6th end.
Christoph is saying you gotta take the one and be patient sometimes. I think that's the case because you just gotta grab what you can grab, and you still put pressure on Viry because you're just right behind them, and Viry knows like one mistake and everything's down the drain.
Careful, careful. Whoa. We don't want to go across. I just didn't want to come across the center line.
This one comes up a little bit high, but does sit on the center line, so the no-tick rule is in effect. And then we're going to come up with a scoring update from our other sheets here. We're on sheet A. Luxembourg ladies are leading 7-3 over Viry-Châtillon in the 5th, and Yekapyuk leads 4-1 over Luxembourg, also in the 5th end.
Strong performance. And Viry-Châtillon, what is their team competition? I've spotted Robert, I spotted Peter. I think Janne is out there as well, and then who's their 4th? I'm not entirely sure.
I did not get to see it, and I'm blocked by our giant banner behind us.
The stone was too heavy, and it's not in play anymore.
So, yeah, opportunity for Rees to maybe build up a big end.
If Steve is able to put one on the pin behind the center guard, then the foundations for a steal are there.
Lots of room though.
Saying the inside, but still feels like they've got plenty of room, so.
For top 4, yep.
Trying to get this one as deep as they can. Jamie putting all of his weight into the broom.
Nice. Awesome.
That's lovely, lovely draw there from Steve.
I think this is the best opening from a team we've seen in this game so far, John.
Yep, 2 good stones to start off with, and yeah, it's going to force Viry to be on the back foot.
Gonna see an interesting game. Starting with this end. Stefan indicating this one is wide.
Yep, and heavy. I think this one's going through. Yeah, sweepers just kind of brooms down at their side, hands down at their sides. They know this one isn't coming back.
Celine kind of stretching her head like oopsie daisy.
Top 8.
But nothing is lost, of course, because repeating myself here, they have Stefan who's able to pull their team out of trouble in times of trouble, basically. I don't know another alternative word for that one.
Loads of room.
Sweeper's working on this one. It's definitely wide enough.
As middle as we can.
So trying to sweep it just so it carries further and has more time to curl. This one stays out wide, and they get it down to bite.
Yeah, it could be nice to bite. And now it's cleaning time for Viry. This is the next part in the curling textbook.
Yep.
Break down your opponent's build-up.
Straight away, Celine just gave up on it. She's like, I'm not following that. Oh, the bonus of that other stone there. Excellent.
Non, on s'en sort
And,
pas mal. Là, tu la balances
Credits
devant,
to Owen there to be swift and catch the yellow stone before it was able to do damage on the A sheet.
Top 12. Just biting.
Yeah. Fortunate with the over curl, gets the angle, enough weight to move all those stones around. So that's going to help them out a lot because that stone sitting there biting could have been really difficult to deal with later.
Get it back to the middle here.
Jamie working on this one, trying to get it to carry down and bring it over to the center line.
Unable to put another guard in there,
No, it's not going to get there.
unfortunately. And is there a double here? That's the new question.
Yeah.
No soon enough from
I
Stefan.
believe so, yeah.
I think there is. There's a double confirmed. And don't worry,
Essaye juste de pas passer au milieu.
it's going to have some pace, but I'm guessing Jeremy will be the main sweeper for this one again.
Ouais, normal.
Normal weight on this one, just to make sure you have that control. And just like that, we will perform double the excellent build-up. Could be erased.
Oh, Celine opting to run along with this one. Jeremy working this one as hard as he can. Celine helping out. This one's gonna curl over a little bit much and then slides over the top of the second yellow, taps it a little bit, but does not get it out of the way.
And they still have their stone in the forefoot.
Let's go, same again.
And a new attempt to protect it.
Yep. Yeah, but they did catch a break. The red shooter stayed in the house. So that could be something for them if they're able to, if Team Rees isn't able to protect this shot stone.
Lots of room.
Lots of room
Needs to
is
come to the middle.
a way of saying you might be a bit outside of the group
Okay,
there.
bring it in. Make sure we're in. Gotta be in. Gotta be in. 8 foot. Yeah, hard guys. Both of you. Yep. 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 Gotta beat that red one. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'll give you last. It's just staying straight. Yeah.
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 I was just
I'll give
about to
Max
mention that it really seems like it hits this K. Well, as you follow
Oh, it hits the K of the king slice there.
of the other logo, but yeah, it just kind of stays out there. It's like right on this line. It's just like, it's really not moving a lot.
Prends celle-là d'abord.
Ooh, wanting the sweep right away. Going to catch the one, and just goes over the top of number 2.
So close. Very good attempt, but not rewarded with a double takeout and not rewarded with a shot of the match and a famous reel there and a legendary status and all of that. Maybe next time. And,
I remember the first season we started doing a shot of the match. Like Jeremy was quite often on there. He's got a lot of highlights from that first season, if I remember correctly.
yeah. So less ice here for Jamie. See if that ice correction will pay off in a good guard.
The center line. Yeah. Gotta go across the center line.
There it goes. It's tighter to the center line. It starts to curl. It's just when it's out further, trying to get this one to curl over a little bit, leaves it a little bit exposed.
Yeah, I think it's exposed just too much to really kind of serve as
Tu viens là, ça va.
a very useful guard, and that of course Viry is a bit inside on the throw, but they're still gonna aim for it. Makes sense, because all of a sudden they might have some guards. They find a good roll here. There's a line call. Can they make sure it does not crash on the guards?
This side curls a lot more. They're going to be tight. Just clips it. And then pushes the other red, but not out of the house. So maybe a little bit light on that one.
Yeah,
Cause
I
it to
guess so.
over curl, but going for a hack weight on it.
This
And
might be helping us a little bit.
The lifeline is still here for Team Rees. Can they score two? I mean,
Can we go?
the redstone and the back eights is narrowing down the scoring area a bit. The important part is
So it's not, it wasn't curling
Trying to
that
steal
side, but I
here.
think we're here, yeah. Something like that.
as if they are able to steal.
Okay.
And they tie up the game, and then the 6% of our viewers there are going to slowly unpop the champagne.
it's maybe a little bit early to start popping champagne, you know?
Top 8 foot, guarding our yellow. If we're heavy, we can take it onto that red.
Oh, and just making sure that the sweepers know, the Steves know what the options are.
But we've got that red backing if we're a bit up.
Interesting, and so far a lot of kind of twists, plot twists here.
Xavier, he's probably one of the ones who voted for a tie. Come on, both teams. Just happy to see good curling.
This works. Finds a very nice line. It's a bit deep.
No, that's exactly where they wanted it. They said top 8, so that's exactly where they wanted it. Kursa saying with the steel, they would even have a hammer on the 8. They should have the hammer in the 8 then. So yeah, that would be this would be the end of steel. Would give them the potential to have the hammer back on the even end. So quite important for Team Rees here, actually for both teams. You know, but I think. Oh, sorry.
Or no, they were just talking underneath the microphone. I guess that's why I was picking up.
Restez dans le deux. Au moins la première, ouais.
Going to be trying to get rid of these yellows. There's an opportunity here.
Enough time on the clock for both teams, but they won't have that much extra bonus. They have, of course, a timeout if needed, so nothing to worry about so far.
This one's going to be a little bit outside. Should get rid of that guard, but will miss the one in the back. And ooh, and they've tapped out their own red over on the side there, so that's damage.
Let's just do the same again.
The same stone for Owen. Nothing's changed that much from the previous setup, so it just means if Owen and the team are able to put up a good stone.
Top 8 again. Yeah, but if we can get into the top 8 to like 2, yeah. Top 8 again.
Just, you know, possibility to steal 2 if they get this to the right one.
Can't get to it, it's great. But if we can get full top 8, we can like 2. So a 10th more.
A little adjustment on the previous stone, just a little bit heavier. And these are tricky. It's how confident are you in getting just a 10th more? Said it might be light, so most important is the line. They want to make sure this
Definitely,
shot stone is covered.
This looks nice.
Feels okay.
Is stop sweep now.
Oh, are they going to oversweep it? And all right. Well, I mean, I think
I think they overswept it a bit. It leaves kind of an.
I think the weight was good.
Yeah, weight could have been okay. Just I think they should have just laid off with the brooms and let it die a little bit sooner.
Now there's an off chance that if you don't hit it on the nose enough, your shooter rolls out, and then you have the yellow stone, second shot stone, and the 8th foot becomes the shot stone. But I think the line was more important than the weight in this case. We'll have to see
kind
how that works out.
Kind of forcing them to one hit and stick.
peut-être un poil moins.
They're not opting for anything other than just the clean takeout and taking the one.
Hammerstone is on its way. Sweeper's working this one, making sure to hold it. It's kind of curling. Is that going to catch on the yellow? No, nope. That is okay. Gets the job done, and that is a score of 1 for Stefan.
Yeah, which is also kind of a decent result, but I felt like they just overswept this one to really make this a dangerous stone for Viry, and by oversweeping it, the shot stone got exposed again, and then for Stefan, there was an ability to take us one, and with the point lead, okay, he prefers to score 2 or more on his hammer, but as long as you don't allow Team Rees to steal, you can still kind of make sure you maintain your score lead here.
Yep. So we are going to see if there is a 6th 1 in the score bucket. But first, Celine will start things off here and end number 7 for Viry as they lead Team Rees 4-2.
Very binary score here. No big ends so far. No spectacular 5-ender like we had in the A sheets.
Nope. No scoreboard bingo either. This one is going to come into the house. Sweeper staying off it. Will that get behind the tee? It does. Owen's going to try to take this back as far as he can. No, I did not see where Owen put his broom. Are they coming into the house? I'm going to try that corner guard.
Line's good, line's good. Okay, on its own. Line's really nice.
I like the line. Feels like that might come into the house. Yep.
The line's really nice. This is as high as you can, Kaiser.
So they were looking for that guard. Now Viry coming back, wanting a center guard here. Keeping the sweepers off it. It's all right with weight. Now we go. There they go. Starts curl though.
Wait. Whoop.
That is going to curl off that, drift off that center line. It's okay, but
which way do you want?
Doesn't really do very much for them. Owen's saying we're going to take care of this one. We're going to use this one for ourselves. Try to get in something behind it. Have 2 stones in the house.
If you have to score and there's a guard, you might as well use it. That's the kind of philosophy I heard Dirk mention a couple of times. Use your guards. That's where they're for. To help teams score points. Might as well be your team.
Plenty of room, but this feels on the heavier side. Trying to get that to curl over. Stefan wanting to sweep that one deeper than their own.
Well, it has a stone behind it to protect it from a huge takeout. There's the guard, so this is an obvious choice here for Team Viry.
Wait, boost. Whoa.
So gets around that guard, and that's going to sit right there. Use that backing stone. But now they've lost the backing, so now they're backing for for Team Rees. But Owen saying, let's leave this a little bit higher. Keep it in there.
Line! Steve, man! Steve! Hard line! Top 12 if you can, yep. Keep it moving off the center line, over the center line, yep.
This one's gonna over curl, comes up light, even with the sweep, it's not gonna help. But wanting it to go over as far as they can to leave that red stone exposed.
Normal.
We're gonna get rid of this yellow, kind of slide over on top. Gets rid of one, but not solid enough of a hit, so it's going to slide out the other side. But job number one done. Get rid of the yellow in the house.
Yeah, no yellow in the house, so that's always valuable, basically. Just don't want Team Rees to score, so as long as you keep Rees from putting yellow stones in there,
Line! Line!
they can score multiple points.
Where's it for weight?
Adds up
Line
to low
and
hammer
weight.
efficiency.
Line's good, weight only. Line's really nice.
Oh, skip sweeping. Owen getting out there trying to help it out. Jamie going, I'm tired. Let's stay off. Oh, this is gonna get buried. And is it going to be shot?
Definitely buried, but the question is, shot, I think it's not. Feels like red is slightly biting the forefoot, so let's have a quick peek at the overheads.
And red is biting the forefoot.
This is a quick call for line here. Making sure it does not curls. Cannot crash on the guards.
Oh, somehow they pick their own out. It's just a couple centimeters sticking out, and that was enough to catch it. So
opportunity here suddenly for Team Rees to steal. Can they seize this little opportunity? Can they punish a mistake from the French team? A steal is what they need at this stage of the game, and number 7 trailing 2 points here.
Little inside, little tight. Hey, Willen.
A little bit inside.
Line's fine, weight only.
Sweep indicating this is definitely
close, though.
heavy enough.
Yeah, now, yep. Hard line, yep. Hard line. Come on, yep, hard.
wanting to
hard,
hold
Steve.
it wide of their own yellow.
Come on. Yeah, hard. Might be shot, though. Might be shot. Yep. Good
Is there a double
Good
now?
No, I don't really. Yes, maybe.
I
how-
think there is. I think this is the call here. And imagine if they were just able to sweep it like 10 centimeters deeper, but
It's covered over. It is a lying shot. They do have that red as backing, so there is some danger there.
yeah. An important takeout here for Viry. Preferring to get both out.
Oh no, gets rid of the yellow, but also their red, so that is, and their shooter sitting out in the open.
I think a nice clean nose hit. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, the danger is if you mis-execute on this takeout. Then again, increase the hammer here. They want to make sure that there is always an option to get to the pin if they need to. Stefan looking back at the scoreboard, kind of calculating, okay, 2 points ahead. Rees with the hammer. What is going to be our strategy with the last 2 stones here? this stage of the game, you start to think about what is your end game, the final results.
It's coming around nicely, but it's going to be a little bit off the nose.
This is beautiful.
Actually, that really helped them out a lot, being just a little bit wide.
Excellent. I think you can click that one because this changes so much for Team Rees. They have a shot stone with a guard in the front of it. The stones are split, hard to go for a double takeout, and that one lone red stone at the back of the house is exposed just enough for Team Rees to hunt it with the final stone and maybe go for a big end here. And would this be a first big ender? A lot will depend on how the skip stones will play out in this one. But the pressure is on.
Yeah, that was obviously, like you said, better than we planned. Better than we could hope for.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rees got a bit lucky, but had just part of the wide pool of options there. Now going for a double takeout. Immediately on the broom. Can they catch the inside of the yellow? They do, but where will the red go?
Oh, and it just slides underneath that back yellow. They were looking for it. I really like the effort there.
Now what do you do if you're Rees basically blocking the center?
Then we get hit more behind.
The only thing you kind of don't want to do is leave Yellowstone too close to your shot stone and allowing Stefan to go for a double takeout, because obviously from the previous stone he can throw hard, accurate takeouts.
We play aggressive
Yes,
for the 3.
yes.
Okay, so draw to it or attack, yeah?
Okay, I like this. I like the aggression. You know, maybe it hurts. It might hurt them a little bit, but I think that where they're sitting out right now is pretty good. So
yeah, I like it. I mean, I like it a lot. Even like tapping out red, they're staying in the back and forces Viry to make a good draw, which is not easy because the shot stone is so close to the forefoot. Very hard to kind of come around and get protected. And as soon as it's exposed, you can have a takeout option for 3 points here. First things first, getting rid of that red stone in the back.
Line! Really hard line! All the way, yep!
most important thing is it's got to get back there. Is it light?
Oh, you don't want to tap open your shot stone. That's just the one thing you don't really want to do.
And okay, a little bit on the light side. Fortunate not to poke it out anymore, but there is something they could go at.
They have 2 shot stones. That's the first conclusion here. But I think by the way it's sitting there, it leaves a double John. I think with the control weight, if you hit the inside of the yellow stone, both of them are gone, and then opportunity is lost for Team Rees to really capitalize on their hammer here.
Yep.
So this is going to be an interesting stone here. Laurent making sure no dirt is on the ice. Stefan going to his routine, prepping for this important stone. And again, making sure no dirt is on the ice. Recycling to the routine, kind of picturing the shot in your heads.
Stone is on the way. And that is going to catch one. Will it move the other?
Oh.
No.
No. So yellowish shots, and they have an opportunity to score 2 here. So the good thing is they need to get into the forefoot. So the good thing for free, they need to get into the forefoot. Just nose hitting the top yellow one should be.
We've got to be sure tapping it is okay if we tap it a little bit, but we've basically got to get to it to count.
Wanting to make sure they get to it.
Then again.
That is the important part.
Yeah.
Make sure we get there.
Well, Owen, you make sure it gets there because you get to throw it.
Hey.
Make sure we're there. Line's fine.
No problem with the line.
Gotta make sure. Come on.
I think this one's more than enough weight.
Yeah, weight seems fine. And this is exactly what Rees needed. They scored 2 on their hammer, and we have a tied up match going into the last end. Viry having the hammer, so they have the advantage here of throwing the last stone. But what a break from Team Rees. In the final stages of the game, they managed to execute and get that hammer efficiency there. And I think this is going to be a huge morale boost for the team here.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't been playing their sharpest yet, but now that they're still in the match, now they've tied it up, they are going to need to steal. So Viry has the advantage here that they can just kind of play a clean house.
Yeah.
I know, but we've got like 10 seconds. Which side do you want, Steve?
This is not what you want to do going into the last end if you're running out on time.
Yeah, I think looking at the clock, they should have sufficient time. The one and only thing you cannot do is kind of think about the time too much, rush into a decision or rush into a throw and then mess up because you weren't focused enough. You will always kind of look back and blame yourself for that.
Center line.
They still have the timeout if they need a little bit of extra thinking time and a crucial decision.
Ooh, is this one coming up light? No, this will be fine. Gets over the hog.
On the center line.
Owen finishing it off, making sure that it gets onto that center line.
Yeah, so they have 4.5 minutes on the clock. So basically, they should not worry at all about time. Okay, sure, you're in between ends. Timer could run out of time, but you have plenty of time.
Ouais. Hop. Lève la tête. Il faut la faute dedans, juste dedans, ça suffit.
This one coming into the house. It's going to be right around T-line. Owen going to sweep it just to make sure it goes a little bit deeper. That actually just kept carrying, and wow, might be biting.
I think it's still biting.
You want another center guard? Center guard, top 12. Yep. Same ice.
All right, looking for it. Yeah, that's close. That's really close to biting or not, so. Going to put something else on the center line, maybe biting the top of the house, top 12 foot.
Line's good. Lots of room. Yep.
Back line, I'm hearing. Reels on the heavier side.
On its own.
Remember, that was that straight line where Owen was giving too much size. And
that's that path, yeah, it just doesn't curl enough.
That one's just out.
Okay, yellow one just out.
Yeah, and I think that's a stone where if you're Viry, you're gonna want to deal with it.
Yeah, that could be useful for Viry if that red stone back there, if they draw it again. Okay, it's something locked in. Now, granted, it's behind the tee, but could still prove useful.
That's redstone biting in the end could end up very interesting in terms of strategy, because it could be the 1 point Viry needs to win the game, keeping things open and clean in the middle.
This one coming up light. Stefan's going to run out to try to help, but not sure they'll be able to get it down into the house.
Oh, and I think...
Oh, hashtag John's wrong.
It's in the house. It is in the house. It is casting the shadow on the house, but very, very dangerous situation maybe still. The ropes to the pin is open. The guard, center guard is there.
As far as you can, guys. Line's good.
Easily around the guard. Is this going to curl very much? It's right there at that K, so is it going to move over? Apparently with this weight, it does. Not a huge amount, but it does move over and kind of narrows that gap there.
Yeah, every inch of curl they can squeeze out of that stone is something that's very helpful to kind of have a narrow gap. 2 guards here. This is going to be a tense final end here. I feel the tension on the north side, but I think if you're the teams out there, you can feel how close this is going to get.
Wanting to make sure this clears it open, but it catches on that yellow and slides over, but stays out of the way. Owen trying to sweep, make sure this curls back into the house.
And maybe yellow is now slightly better than red. Don't know if that's going to matter
Top 8.
a lot.
Top 12. Top 8.
That was one of those things where, yeah, that has the potential to be dangerous.
Yeah, those little biters there are just
Line's nice.
sitting there, being annoying.
Where? Make sure we're biting. Line's good. Switch.
Clear
Trying to get a
instructions
bite.
here from the skip.
Little bite. Come on. Come on.
Try to get this one to bite
Gotta
a
go hard for
little
right.
bit,
Yeah, but
but
do they
it's
want to bite it or do they want to guard the line? That's the kind of first question. Remember that in the previous end they were really looking for that perfect weight and then ending up exposing the shooter stone. So was the line more important than finding that last biter? I don't know.
Yeah.
But shot stone is basically still half covered, so it should be fine.
I think Laurent or Stefan's more worried about keeping it open than going after the shot. You know, wanting to hold this one. This could have a benefit of catching the one on the back. No, it's going to get over on the side and gets rid of it but leaves that guard. But I'm still clicking that because that was better than they expected.
I was worried before the jam for a second there. Now the guards are still there. There is room to come around, get something protected.
Yep. Owen going to try to take advantage of that shooter lying in the middle there. That red stone.
This is going to be a nail biter all the way to the last stone.
Line's nice. Wait only. Lots of room. Be careful with it. Be careful with it. Lots of room. Steve Lees.
This is
Trying to get this to curl over, and with that weight, it's not going to move very much.
That wide line, it just does not pick up the curl soon enough.
Okay.
The weight was pretty good, just did not curl as much as they hoped for.
So now this leaves a hit and roll here for Team Viry. Yeah, I think if you miss like that, you almost want it to be wider, so that rollover is a lot further. So now they just throw control, hack weight at it. Yeah, Christoph, that's probably the smart call, is just avoiding that line if you can.
Yeah, because here same thing, just cannot really find the roll, and the draw is still in there. I mean, sure, you can avoid the line, but then again, the red stones on the left-hand side kind of forcing you to come over on the line there. A good draw.
I know, I was about to say less ice.
Yeah.
Just gotta get past that.
All right, opting again for this draw.
Yeah, and Jamie kind of reminding, hey, let's make sure we don't give too much ice on this side of the sheets. Confirmed by Owen, so less ice right now. And still an opportunity here for Rees to make a perfect draw and put tons of pressure on Viry.
Wait only.
Sweeper's getting on it because they want to make sure it gets there.
Gotta try and bury it, guys. Come on, hard. Gotta go for the weight.
Bring it in. And they bring it in.
Tuck it around, come on. Tuck it around.
Sweepers seem to be losing a little bit of steam there on the broom movement. And that one comes up just light.
The line and the broom was fine, just did not have enough weight to bury it.
Stefan calling for a timeout.
Yeah, it's an important one. This is where you get to decide, okay, what do we do? Because maybe a little bit too much stones were piling up in the front of the house. Yellow has two options to promote. They have the one on the center line.
Même si on est un peu court qu'on est ici, le truc c'est que si la pousse,
let's listen to
donc en
Stefan
fait,
here.
l'enlever, c'est le risque, c'est de prendre ça. Ou alors le mieux, c'est vraiment de venir ici. C'est pareil, si on vient ici, on fait ça. Donc en fait, c'est vraiment, c'est ça. Ouais, je pensais faire ça tout à l'heure, comme ça.
Yeah, they're doubting between a draw or a hit and roll, but then the risk is just make sure that Yellow cannot
si tu la prends
promote.
trop extérieur, le risque c'est de mettre celle-là. Il faut vraiment.
Yeah, they're looking at this, you know, using the red to kick out the yellow, but Stefan is afraid of that yellow jamming on the red in the back, so, which I don't think it's going to be.
No, the way they're lined up, I think Yellow is just going to cross from the first stone there.
But I think they're afraid of drawing on their own because they don't want to risk tapping that yellow one into the house.
I do think it makes sense. And Jeremy is saying, well, let's keep things open because those two stones on the center line, those are the two stones that are giving Team Rees such an opportunity. If they manage one good draw, we're in a tough spot.
Yep.
And keeping things open, they only need to score one. They already have a shot stone there, and if it's open, it's open. I think Stefan is settling for that, checking where to hit the stone, but opening up is the smart choice here.
Yeah, I think Stefan might be overthinking a bit, like, hey, we need to keep these stones in the house or something in the house. It's like as long as they have the house open with the last stone, they can win the match. So
yeah, I think that's the deal. If you don't allow Yellow to put a stone, let's say, in the 8th foot, then you have all of that room to draw for the win.
And there it goes, gets rid of the yellow.
The center guards are now not there anymore.
Yeah.
And the good thing for Team Rees is now they get to draw on a different path. Basically, they can avoid that kind of straight path that's in there.
Yep. But as we've seen, anything coming in closer to the center line, it curls a lot more. So they need to make sure line and weight are good.
Yeah, basically
yes,
get to the fourth row.
And make sure line and weight are good is the kind of core essential elements of curling.
No,
but indeed,
I know, it's in quite narrow, but we don't want to tap that red either.
It's
right?
obvious.
I hate this job. Why do I even talk?
I think spectacular things are happening here at the canteen, but tense games are going on all sheets here, especially the middle one.
Line!
Calling hard for the line.
Got it there,
I think the line is good. I would let this. Oh,
all about the weight. It's all about the weight. Feels heavy.
Jeremy gonna try to bring this one deeper than their own. It's close.
7 overhead. Is it shot or not? That's important.
Oops,
that's
the right one. Yeah.
I'm not sure from the overheads, but I'm not sure from the overheads. But it's exposed and it serves as a backing for a draw. It makes the draw for Stefan slightly easier, and even the smallest of taps will take away that question. So a draw here for Stefan. Now, if he draws and it's too heavy, he taps the yellow one. A red stone will sit behind the D, and then same logic will apply for Owen.
Yep.
So I think just make sure you draw slightly in front of the D line is the better option.
I think they're playing weight on this one. They're actually going to try to just take out this yellow. Yeah, this has got some weight, but this feels too wide.
Is this a risky choice? This is wide, and this is a potential crucial mistake here. It's not fatal, but this is basically giving a huge opportunity on the silver plate to Rees, doing the exact same draw. He threw it before. He kind of has the option to make that little bit of adjustment, and now there's a bit of backing. It's harder to take it out.
Actually, if we're like like top 12 and it guards it, that's fine.
They can be light, yeah. They can afford to be light on this, but there's no guarantee that they're shot either.
No.
Maybe they've got. I mean, they've obviously got a better view. They can go straight over the top of it. The overhead cam's not directly over the pin, so.
Now for the people voting for a tie, sir, you
Be
guys
careful
can,
with that. Light tolerance. Light tolerance.
Rather this light than heavy.
Move a bit.
Doesn't feel light, that's for sure.
Going.
And it's actually going to be behind the tee line, so that's just going to be a pocket for Viry.
Takeouts. Yeah, the small tap makes a double takeout possible, but is Stefan comfortable throwing takeout weight on this one again? Or is he going for just a control to throw it back in? I think that's the safer option, to be honest. Jeremy looking back, they have plenty of time. They have about
minute 40. Yep, so all the time in the world.
And if there's one thing we can say already, it is coming down to the last stone. Team Rees setting shots, virtually winning the game, but the shot stone is wide open. And Stefan is able to throw good stones. He made a mistake on the previous stone. Could be something that's in the back of his head, but it would be rare to make 2 mistakes like that twice in a row.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to worry about the shooter sticking, just needs to make sure that he gets rid of this one. That single yellow. Oh, calling for the sweep just to make sure, wanting to hold this line.
He's fine. This seems okay, and it will hit and stay. Yellow is out, and Viry wins the game. Doesn't really matter how much points there are in there. I think there are about 3.
3 for sure, maybe 4 at the top.
Yeah, but that's just out there for statistics. The important thing here is for Viry, they were able to execute, and unfortunately for Owen Rees, his last throw was slightly too hard. Remember, he said the tolerance is light. Well, he couldn't find the good weights, but they were able to fight back so strong, and they really treated us with a very exciting game, so it was close.
So they've decided they must have run out of ones in the score. These last 2 ends coming out. And yeah, Team Viry, we were both 1 point better. We had chosen correctly, but that was a nail biter all the way down. You know, Owen and the guys getting back into it, tying things up, but just unfortunately not able to get it across the line. Team Viry holding on. Big stone there from Stefan at the end to win it and secure the victory. So Viry throwing their hat in the ring and saying, "Hey, League A, we're still here," you know.
Yeah, and for Owen Rees and the team, they're still looking for their first couple of points in the league, but they have plenty of choices. They play 2 more games tomorrow, one against the Takeout Tigers, and then a second one. I'm not sure. They probably know. I forgot about it. But yeah, I think we conclude here because we will have to get some nutrition in our stomachs and get ourselves ready for the final game of the night, Housekeepers against the Rangers. But for people watching this game, thank you. There were a lot of you watching. We had the numbers on screen here, and Beth and everybody out there, Christophe. I'm forgetting Tuur.
Everybody who stopped in and said hello, watched. Whether you said hello or not, just tuning in is an enormous help for us. We really appreciate it. We've got about an hour, a little more than an hour for our next match. It's going to be Housekeepers against Glasshook Rangers. So another high-level A match going on. We hope to see you guys there. If not, you can watch the replay. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video and maybe a little comment or something. But if you don't want to, it's okay too. But we are going to say goodbye, get ourselves something to eat.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.